In one of my previous videos, we discussed the torn and restored trick where you take a piece of paper with a drawing on it, tear that piece of paper up, and then restore it. Well, I have a new presentational idea, also some notes on where everything goes. So check out this presentation of the torn and restored. I'm really excited for you guys to get into it. The idea is that we have a paradox. On the front of the paper, it says torn. On the back of the paper, it says restored, and it can never be both things at once. And yet when we tear it, it then restores. So kind of an interesting idea of a paradox that this trick is suited to. But once again, check out the finger placements as well as the writing placements in this run through of the trick. Excited to see what you think of it. Welcome to the upgraded torn and restored. To start, you're going to cut 2 slips of paper that are identical. So the easiest way I have found to do that is to grab a stack of sticky notes and boom, there you go. You've made 2 slivers that are identical just by pulling up 2 of your pieces of paper from the sticky note. Get some double stick tape as well as a pen or Sharpie, and we're gonna write torn and restored on both papers on both sides. So torn on one side, restored on the other side, and you want to make these as identical as possible. I was a little sloppy here for demonstration, but that's definitely something you want to pay attention to. Then just take a little sliver of tape. You want to make it really tiny, and you're going to put it just over to the side of the end of the word restored. Keep in mind, you can also use like a glue stick. All right, so here is where the tape resides. Take your other piece of paper and place it right on top of that so that it is perfectly matching. All you have to do from here is roll up this paper on the side it says restored until you get to the spot where the tape is, and then you're going to curl this paper in on itself. One thing you don't want is it overlapping too far on the other side, and so you might need to adjust where it is, right? And so in this case, I would want to actually redo and put the D slightly to the side so that when I show it from this side, it can fully read restored and my thumb won't be in the way. But for demonstration purposes, you can get the idea and you can see from the video. So now when you're presenting, you're gonna hold it from the front. Now from the front right here, it'll look like this. And once again, you don't wanna be covering the word torn. Now in your preparation as well, you're gonna wanna avoid this, which is pressing on everything too hard and ending up with this indentation. And so if you need, you can roll the paper separately, then attach the tape, then press it to this paper here, and that way you avoid some of that. But when you present, you're obviously going to hide this on the back, and what's great is you can hold this from any point and show your hands empty. Then when you want to do your display on the back, you just have to cover it. So with whatever finger you want to cover it with, the way Tarbell taught it is with your thumb and you turn your body to the side. But yes, just cover that up and you can show it. And what's great is you're showing that there's nothing on the other side implicitly, but what you're saying is you have this presentation of this paper is a paradox, and it says torn on one side, it says restored on the other side. It can't be both at the same time. So if we try to make torn true, then restored becomes false. And so that's kind of the presentation that I've added here. So then you're going to come over and you're going to tear these pieces genuinely, and you're just going to stop before you get too close to the rolled up piece. So we've gotten about here, and you can say like, look, now it's torn, but the word restored doesn't really count either. But let's see what happens when I fold it up. So you're gonna wrap the papers up in on itself. And I had a viewer ask last time on this torn and restored idea, how do you keep these pieces from falling out? Well, you keep them from falling out by folding them in on each other. And by folding them in on each other, you almost make this like sort of little flower thing. That is how it'll stay from falling out. So you have the prepared paper back here still. Show your hands very open and freely as you curl all those pieces of paper in. And then what you can do is show your hands empty and show front and back. And when you show the back, you can say, now watch, snap your fingers, come over, and now you've turned over to the prepared side. And all you have to do is unfold it, and now it'll actually unfold on the restored side just like that. Isn't that awesome? And then all you have to do is your display once again, holding wherever you want from this side and then covering with your thumb when you show the back side. So this was my upgraded presentational idea to the torn and restored trick. This is the version, once again, that's kind of the classic version, and I'm pulling from the original Tarbell course of magic as it's kind of taught there. There were a lot of great comments and conversations on that original video, and people seem to really enjoy this trick. And so I wanted to come up with different things we could write on the piece of paper. Now, some notes for using these props for it. Once again, practice this a few times and take note of where your tape needs to be and where the pieces of paper need to be, both for the words to be shown, but also so that you want beforehand for this to not be seen. And then when you reveal the restoration afterward, you also want to make sure that the overlap isn't such that there's pieces peeking out. So really pay attention to that in your preparation, and you'll get it down and you'll have a nice little prop. And then basically what you do is you just carry this prop prepared with you, and you can create a really interesting and I think even more fascinating illusion if you want and like this kind of presentational idea of a paradox. Now, if that feels too heady for you, we talked in the previous video about you could draw a picture on here, right? You could put anything you want on these pieces of paper so long as they match, and you have a nice little torn and restored idea there. Hey, while we're at it, one thing that would be cool is if you're able to get duplicate fortunes from like a fortune cookie. Not sure how you'd go about that, but if you wanted to go at that angle, that's another angle you could go as well. And maybe if you find a fortune that has something about this idea, maybe it's about, you know, getting back up through adversity, something like that, you could play on that as well. Let me know what you thought of this presentation for this great trick in the comments below, or if you have a different idea of what to write or draw on the pieces of paper, let us know. People seem to really enjoy it last time. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching. If you want more, you can check out the membership for some exclusive content. Pick up some merch from the Magic merch store. I also have a journal for magicians. You can check out all those links below. And if you want more free content, check out the video that YouTube is recommending to you right now. And until next time, keep enjoying your magic, stay a hobbyist at heart, and I will see you guys in the next video.